Hi guys, welcome back to Two Moms in a Pod. I'm Ari.
And I'm Kim. If I sound more out of breath now, I am 5 months pregnant at this point.
Oh my god.
So breath isn't coming as easy anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I got big faster this time.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see you big though.
No, but I feel like I started showing a lot faster. Cause even one of my coworkers at work, she's like, "Oh, you're already showing," and this was maybe last month.
Really?
But I don't know if it's just because I never really lost the weight.
Oh,
that
yeah.
It's kind of just, or does that happen?
I don't know.
Because I did see a TikTok where this girl was like, I think she was around the same, where she was like, why do I look now the way that I did when I was 36 weeks pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
And she was only 20 something weeks pregnant.
Oh.
So I don't know if for your second,
It's different.
is that your baby or mine?
I think that's your baby.
That's mine.
Yeah, that's your baby.
She's so funny sometimes. She'll start crying. And it's usually when we tell her something like she shouldn't be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll look at baby. She'll be like, I'm crying.
She's big crying.
I'm sad.
That's so cute.
She's having such a personality now. It's so funny. She's just a person, a full-on person.
Yeah. Especially now because she can talk a lot more.
Mm-hmm. But she makes me seem like I'm a liar or I exaggerate.
Why?
Because she talks a lot. She talks full-on sentences.
Mm-hmm.
But then the second she gets around people, she doesn't speak at all.
Really?
Yeah.
You should record her one day.
I have. It's also funny because she does this thing where I don't know if she thinks she's saying things or it takes her a little bit to put her words together.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll talk gibberish and then she'll say the sentence, right?
What?
So she'll be she won't be actually saying words. She'll be and then she'll be and then she'll say what she wants to say. So I don't know if it's her brain catching up with her words, or she thinks she's saying what she means to say.
Yeah.
Beforehand. You know?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, if you hear a child crying in the background, it's mine. We're doing it a lot different now. Before there was no kids around. Now there's gonna be kids in the background.
Oh, that's right.
We're leaving our husbands with the children.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
we're back.
We're back. It's been what? A couple weeks since we last posted?
About a month?
Really? No.
Well, I think by the time this comes out, it'll be a month, no? The last one we posted was the week before Christmas, right?
I think so.
So almost a month.
Almost.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Around there.
But I mean, honestly, it wasn't that long of a break.
No.
But it felt like a long break.
Yeah. And then it's actually good that we took the break because I got COVID
Again
for the second time, and I wouldn't have been able to record.
Yeah.
Because I technically had a quarantine for 2 weeks because we got COVID, Caesar and I got COVID, and then right after our quarantine basically ended, Ollie got COVID. So
and then you were still sick, right?
Yeah, I was still pretty, I still had, a lingering cough.
Yeah.
I still have somewhat of, a... Yeah. But other than that, I feel fine.
Yeah, and then I definitely needed that break.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, there was just so much shit that I didn't know where to put it. And, I didn't know where it came from.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying with Ricky when we got here. We're you guys were in a one-bedroom... Isn't that weird? You guys were in a one-bedroom apartment.
And we were able to fill up a three
bedroom
house.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's you don't... And then it looks like it's a lot. But it's how did this fit in a one-bedroom thing?
We were struggling to fit my whole couch in the living room. But because we had the Christmas tree up.
Oh, okay.
So we couldn't fit everything. And then we were trying to put at least one part, because it's a sectional. We were trying to put one part of the couch into Leah's room so she could have that area to read, or maybe in this room.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have an area to sit, but it wouldn't fit. It was just way too big.
Yeah.
And I was stressing out because my mom wanted to celebrate New Year's here.
Oh, okay.
So I had to get everything fixed so I couldn't have guests. And then I had to get the rooms available in case anyone wanted to sleep over. And then they have an area to sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just stressing out for like the longest just to get everything ready and finding places to put everything.
Yeah. And then you're like still settling in.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna be settling in for a while. Like you're gonna be just slowly finding places to put everything, and then like
yeah, because even now like there's still some stuff that I haven't found a space for it. Like I still have like my room, it's not fully done yet. I only put away like the things that we need all the time, like our clothes and everything, but like my makeup and stuff, I haven't found a spot for it. And it's good because I don't use it as much anymore. So
I know I'm like I'm getting more, and I feel like this pregnancy is going by so much faster than it did with Ollie. And it's like stressing me out more because this time like I have to make more space for her. And like I was just like, damn, if I would have had a boy, I could have gotten rid of, I have just bags and bags of clothes, of all these old clothes that's like still really like in good condition that we're gonna keep for the baby. But like because I have all this like clothes and bags, I can't get rid of it. And I have like no space for it. And like I sent my brother, he was here and he went to TJ, and I sent him with I think like 4 or 5 bags of clothes of mine and Caesar's that like I was like, we need to get rid of stuff. And then so I sent him with like 4 bags of clothes, and then I sent like a whole bag of like shoes that like don't fit me, shoes that were Ollie's but like were a little too like messed up that I didn't want to keep for the new baby. And he's like, dude, like they'll sell them or they'll like, you know, they'll use them over there. So I sent that with him, so that was good because I was just like, I had like 4 bags and we were gonna just do donate it to Goodwill. But my brother was here and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go to TJ if you have anything. I was like, oh, I have stuff.
I have stuff.
So I gave him like 4 bags of clothes, so that helped a lot. But and then because Albert lives with us and he doesn't obviously he doesn't have a room because we live at my in-laws house. He shares my closet with me. So now it's my clothes, Caesar's clothes, and Albert's clothes in there. And then I felt bad because he's like, oh, do you have like space for me to hang things? And I was just like, no. I was like, I have space, but I'm saving it
for the baby
because I'm gonna see what of Ollie's I can have in the closet, because like her clothes is bigger now. So like it'll be easier like that. And then like I'm like no. I'm sorry, but no. Any space I have, I'm trying to save it. Because like it's gonna be 4 of us. Oh my god, 4 in one room.
I'm like 3. You're 3 now.
4. It's gonna be 4 of us in one room until we get like situated. And then now he's like you don't want to just wait and see if we can like buy something. And I'm just like, I don't know. And then we were on the way here and he's like we still got like another like 15-20 minutes to get to Aris's. And I was just like, oh, that's not that far. You know, I was like, not that far. I was like, I don't know, because I don't know, I'm like directionally stupid.
Girl, same.
I'm so directionally stupid that I was like, in my head it sounds so far. And I mean it is a drive and obviously there is no traffic, so it was like faster.
But when there's traffic, it's horrible. So I'm just like, maybe now I'm like, maybe I want to move out. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, like I was totally against moving this far, but there's nothing in where we used to live, which is OC area.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's stuff, but it's just way overpriced. Way overpriced.
Yeah.
Like if we were to look at a home, something like this, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, it would have probably been double of what we paid. Maybe
it's
even
crazy.
tripled.
It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah. And thankfully we found this place. You know, it needs a little bit of work, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, over time we can save up and fix it.
Yeah.
And build equity.
Yeah.
And it just took a lot of convincing from Ricky.
Yeah.
To convince me to move out here, because I was totally against it.
See, and now that you're out here, I'm like, what? We'll be a little closer, halfway. So now I'm like trying to justify it in my own head, like, sure. Because yeah, we were driving. I was like, it's not that bad. He's like, it's not. Because he's been saying that too. He's like, we couldn't even like, I'm pretty sure even apartments are way cheaper than they are in Orange County.
Yeah.
So he's like, we can look at apartments out here, and we could probably just like either get like a bigger apartment, like a 3-bedroom apartment, or just do the 2, and where we can, the 3-bedroom would probably be if Albert does come with us. Yeah. And then the 2, he's like, we could do a 2 by ourselves. That way Ollie and the baby have like their own space.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's something to think about.
Yeah. I'm also scared.
Yeah, I was scared.
Yeah.
Because now I don't have my parents like that 5 minutes away from me. Like now it's an hour depending on traffic. And that terrifies me because I have no one out here. Here, it's mostly his family. But I'm not that close to his family, so it's not the same to reach out to his family as to my family if I ever need anything. Yeah. But I have some cousins out here, but still they're not as close as I used to be to my parents, like distance-wise. Yeah. Like I think one of my cousins, I think she's like 15, 20 minutes away from here, so it's not that bad, but still. She wouldn't get here 5 minutes. Maybe, depending how fast she's driving.
I know. And then I'm just like I want the space because we're having 2 kids, but then we're having 2 kids, and I feel like there's a benefit being like in the house with everybody, having 2 kids, because like there's more people to like to help me out and like hey, if I have to go to the bathroom, can you like keep an eye on her, as opposed to like it just being just us. But, things to think about. We'll see what happens.
Or maybe like once you guys have a little bit more saved up and baby grows a little bit bigger.
Have I told you the name we're thinking?
No, I was about to ask you that.
We're thinking Kalila.
Kalila? That's so cute. Where'd you get it from?
Bobby Lee's girlfriend.
I'm like, it sounds familiar.
Yeah. It's funny because like we've been racking our brains for like a name, and like nothing, like I think we liked Mia, and I think I liked Ella, but we were still like not 100% like sold. We're like they're like okay, but we're not like for Ollie, Olivia just sounded like her name from the very beginning, and I was wearing a Tiger Belly t-shirt, and I think Ollie was pointing at them, and she's like, "Oh, mama." And then she's like, Dada, because like they're characters, but it's a boy and obviously a guy and a girl. And then I was like, no, that's Kalila. Her name is Kalila. Can you say Kalila? And she said Kalila. And then we were like, what if we name her Kalila? We were kind of just joking. And then we like thought about it, and we're like, that's actually a really pretty name. Like, and it's not a common name. Yeah. Like, it's not common at all. So we're like, I think we like that. Like, I think we like the name Kalila for her.
That's cute.
And like Ollie can say it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, can she say it?
No, she can. She can say it. So we're like, well, Ollie can say it. And then, because I like names that have like nice nicknames. And we're like, we can call her either Kai for short or Lila.
Oh, yeah.
Kalila. Yeah, we can call her Kai or Lila.
Yeah.
So I was just like, those are cute nicknames. And then I like, it's funny because I sent it in the group chat with my siblings. And my brother was like, he's like, can you sound it out for me? And I was like, Ka-li-la.
Oh, slow?
No, like I wrote it out and I think I just put, I think I put K-A and then I put L-I-E like lie. And then I put L-A like la. So I was like Ka-li-la.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it's obviously spelled
differently.
Yeah.
You could have just done a voice text so you could hear it.
I was working. Yeah, I was in the middle. It was in the middle of me working.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, Kim.
I was like, why didn't I think of that? No, it's because I shouldn't, but I was texting during work.
Oh, it's okay. Everyone does it.
But yeah. So I think we're not 100%, but I think we were both really like the name Kalila.
Well, it's a cute name. It's really cute and it's not common.
Yeah, and I think in I can't remember Arabic or I think it means friend or like friendship or something like that.
Kalila? Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it means like
isn't she like Filipino?
And no, I think she has said that her name is Arabic.
Oh,
like it's an Arabic name.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Yeah, I wouldn't.
But I think it depends because I think I also saw it in I don't remember the other. Like it's the same thing, but it's like a different version of it and like a different, like I think a different language. And it also means I think it means like sweet. Or something like that. Yeah. So it has like a really nice, I guess, meaning behind it too. Like friendship or like sweet.
I wish I had that for Leah. Oh my god. I don't know if I should say it. No. I guess he wouldn't care, but I don't know how, but one of Ricky's aunt found out what we were naming Leah before we even had the baby shower. And we told her, oh, we're gonna name her Leah, and she's very religious. So she was like, oh, what does it mean in the Bible? Or I think she asked like, what is the meaning, like, or why did you pick that name? And we're like, oh, we just like it because of how it sounds. And then this lady had the audacity.
No, what did she say?
She later, I think she sent him a text of a YouTube video in Spanish saying what the name meant. And I think it meant something like lazy or something. I don't remember. And then she was saying, oh, look, I just wanted to show you what it means. She was just basically saying, like, this is what it means, but to each their own. But, and then she was saying, I don't like it, basically. And I was like, who are you to tell me what to name my child?
That's such a rude thing to do.
Yeah. And I remember for, like, the longest time, I was so pissed off about it. Because, I don't know, it just, it really bothered me that she did that.
Yeah.
And
like, this is going to be my child's name. Like,
yeah. And then, I think when we were sending out the invitation for the baby shower, we obviously invited her because family, and he doesn't have that much family here. So I was telling my husband, I'm like, I don't know if I can greet her when I see her, or I don't think I can tolerate being around her for too long because I'm gonna say something. And thankfully she didn't go.
well, no, I told you, right? One of my aunts did that for Ollie's name.
Yeah, for her middle name.
Because her middle name is my mom. It was my mom's middle name, and it's also Caesar's mom's middle name. So I was just like, well, that's perfect. You know, it's an incorporation of not just my mom, but your mom.
Yeah.
And then when I told, and it's her middle name, Luce. And when I told my aunt, she's like, oh, what are you gonna name her? And I was like, oh, Olivia Luce. And then she's gonna have Alvarez as her last name. And then she's like, why Luce? And I was just like, well, I don't know. We liked it because it's, you know, both, it's his mom's name, but it's also my mom's name. And she's like, yeah, but that's not her fault. And I'm just like, what? Like
how? What?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
She's like, I don't know why you guys do that. Why you guys name them after blah, blah, blah. And then I was just like, I don't know. I was just like, I stayed quiet because I was just like, that's such a mean thing to say.
Yeah.
And I was just like, also like
you're doing it because it has
meaning behind it. Yeah.
Especially because your mom passed away and you want to carry that with you, you know? But like for her to be like, why is that her fault?
Yeah.
Like what are you trying to say about my mom?
Terrible? And then I'm, especially now, because obviously like my mom was still alive then, but like especially now I'm way more grateful that I did it because my mom did pass away, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, now it's even more special.
Yeah.
And now I don't even talk to that aunt, so it's fine. But yeah, I was like, well, I don't get why people do that, because it's like, naming a person is so hard.
Yes.
Like you're naming a person.
Yeah,
like this is something they're gonna have. Yeah, for the rest of their life, it's gonna go. It, you know, unless they like change it, but like nobody really changes their name.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a pressure enough to name a child, and now you're like giving me reasons not to.
Yeah.
Like, keep your opinions to yourself.
I know, what the heck? Like, I'm giving birth to this child.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay its bills.
Oh my god, that too. Like, she's like, make sure you don't cry when you give birth. And I'm just like, what? And she's just like, yeah, because then she'll come out chillona. And I'm just like, please don't tell me how to give birth. I was just like,
are you a birthing coach?
yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna shove a human out of me. I don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth. I mean, I didn't cry, but that was because I got an epidural.
Oh, speaking of, are you gonna get it again?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, for sure.
Have you had back problems ever since Ollie?
I've had back problems since before Ollie.
Oh, dang.
But honestly, although my sister's like, it doesn't happen right away, it kind of happens over time. So like right now I don't feel the consequences of it.
I'm starting to.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it's because of work, because I do a lot of like bending and lifting and
you know what's been happening? My ass has been hurting.
Your ass?
My butt. I don't know if it's because I do sit all day.
Probably.
And then like I'm just like, oh my god, is my butt gonna go like flat? But it like hurts. Like if I sit for it, well, because I sit all day.
Yeah.
And like halfway through the day, like my butt will hurt.
Maybe you should get up and do some squats.
I need to start walking.
You haven't
I
walked?
know I haven't. It's so cold outside.
Kim, that's true.
It's
pretty
cold. It's been raining for the last like 2 weeks.
But girl, how far along are you?
Fine.
Exactly.
I'm doing May. I know. No, I know, and I have to because my doctor told me to stop. She said to slow down. She said I'm gaining too much weight.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Oh, which like I get that like there is a health to take into consideration when it comes to like how much weight you gain during pregnancy, but also I'm pregnant and I'm sensitive and I'm hungry. I couldn't eat for like my nausea barely started going away.
Oh really?
And yeah, so I'm just like I couldn't eat for the first like 4 months, and now that I'm like at a good place where like I'm comfortable eating and like I'm getting big, and you're gonna tell me that I'm fat. She's like, because it was on my last appointment, and it was I don't know how far along I was. I was like, I want to say like almost 18 weeks pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you're not halfway through your pregnancy yet and you've already gained half of the weight that you need to gain. She's like, so I recommend you start walking more. And I was just like, okay.
Oh my god.
I just feel like there's a nicer way to say things. I think I would have
cried.
I wanted to. I was so offended.
Oh my
And again,
god.
It's like, I know that I'm getting bigger. I can barely breathe when I talk. So I'm just like, I don't know, like, I want to know if she were to explain to me why there's only a certain amount of weight that you should gain during pregnancy.
Doesn't it depend on your height and then because it has like an effect on your hips?
I don't know. Because for Ollie, I was told nothing. Mm-hmm. Ever. I mean, one nurse told me something. Because I gained 15 pounds in like the span of like a month and a half.
Oh dang!
But it was because I lost 20 pounds.
Oh yeah,
in the beginning.
You were putting it back on.
But I put it on really, really fast. I put it back because I was like, holy fuck! I haven't eaten in 4 months and now I can eat, and I was eating everything. But the nurse was the one that told me that it was bad. But then she's like, well, I don't know what the doctor's gonna tell you, but you should only be gaining, I think it's like 4 pounds a month, right? Like, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. And then the doctor literally was like, you're fine. Like, don't even.
Or maybe it depends, because for Ollie, you were at a different.
Yeah, I was.
Doctor.
And I was also, I get it because I was also at a lower weight with Ollie, as opposed to like where I was when I got pregnant. This time, I was obviously at a higher weight because I didn't lose much of the weight after her. Yeah. So I get that. I guess I have less room
to gain
as far as to gain weight.
Yeah.
But still, like, that's so, like, it's so fucked up to hear. Like, hey, you need to not gain much more weight.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because, like, I feel like pregnancy is an excuse to just, like, eat.
Yeah, but to a certain extent, too. Because you don't want to,
I guess it's just, like, sure, as, like, self-conscious as, like, I am about the way I look, I'm also, like, whatever. You know?
I get you.
Like, I'm also, like,
there's days where I'm like, fuck, nothing fits me.
Yeah.
And then there's days I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Like,
yeah, like,
I look like this.
Like, who cares? Like, this is just what I look like. If at some point I'll eventually get my shit together and, like, try to eat better, but, like...
Eventually.
But I'm just, like, yeah, like, I have... Like, before I got pregnant, I was just, like, I have days where, like, I'm super self-conscious, but I also have days where I'm just, like...
Whatever.
I'm hungry. I don't care what I look like. Like, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then I'm just like, getting pregnant, I feel like, for me, is that freedom of, like, nobody can tell me shit because I'm pregnant. Of course I'm fat. I'm pregnant. I'm growing a human being.
I can eat whatever I want and whenever I want to.
Like, I can have In-N-Out 3 days a week.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That you've been having In-N-Out constantly.
Who told you? What do you mean you heard?
Well, because I was texting Caesar and asking him, like, if you're drinking something specific. Because I know for Ollie, you said you were drinking the vitamin water.
Uh-huh.
And I know you would also drink green tea.
Yeah.
So I was getting prepared for you guys to be here. And I'm like, okay, I need to go to the store and get her drinks. Because I know she can't have soda.
Yeah.
And then he said, oh, well, she's been drinking soda every day. And then I'm like, oh, well, then what has she been craving so I can get her food? And then he's like, oh, well, she's been eating a lot of In-N-Out. I'm like, oh, dang, I don't know if I can have In-N-Out stacked in here.
In-N-Out, when I'm pregnant, it's just, oh my god, it tastes so good.
I mean, it tastes good regardless.
No, yeah, but, and then, okay. I didn't drink soda for the first 3 months.
Of this pregnancy?
Yeah, of this pregnancy. Because I was so nauseous and soda didn't taste good to me. But as soon as it started tasting good to me,
there's no stopping you.
There's no stopping. It's hard because it doesn't taste so good. And I know I'm only supposed to have technically like 1 soda a day.
Yeah.
Because you're only supposed to have like 1 cup of caffeine.
How many sodas do you drink a day?
2.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad. Like, he makes it seem like I'm just like fucking chugging down sodas. I'm not. I'll have like, 1 soda.
Have you seen, what is it called? Is it My 1,000-Pound Sister or something like that?
Yeah.
When they asked her, like, oh, how much soda do you drink? And she said, about 18 a day.
Stop, like 18 cans?
Yeah. I was like, dang.
No, I'll have like 2, because I'll get a soda with my lunch, and then I'll get a soda when we eat, because I eat only 2 times a day, which I know is very, very bad, because I don't eat in the mornings. I don't eat until my lunch, which is around 11.
But do you snack in between?
No, I have like a tea in the mornings, but that's it, and I'll have water. But no, because like I don't have time to like make anything for myself, and we don't have time to like stop anywhere in the mornings. Yeah. And then I was taking like I had the Uncrustables, but we haven't bought more, so like I literally don't eat until like 11 something.
Dang. That was me too in the beginning.
Yeah, and then I won't eat again until like 5, 6, because by the time I get off work and then we get home.
So you eat lunch at work and then dinner when you get home.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Oh dang. Yeah, but I have soda both those times.
My goodness, Kim.
I know.
Wait, so then how are you gaining so much weight if you're only eating twice a day?
I have no restraint when I eat. But that's always been a very big issue of mine. Is like, and maybe we can have a whole topic about it. But like, I honestly, I have a problem with food.
You have no self-control.
I binge eat when I eat. Because I won't stop eating until I'm like on the verge of like feeling like I'm gonna explode. But I'm pretty sure it's because I go so long without eating.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, I need everything. Yeah.
Dang. Maybe you should start packing little snacks and eat in between.
I mean, I have snacks because I have like Caesar bought me an entire freaking box of Chex Mix packs. Like the little like packs of Chex Mix. But they stopped tasting good. I don't know. And then I have random shit in my desk. See? That I can eat. But I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. In the beginning, I like was snacking more because it helped with the nausea. But like, I don't know.
You're just no.
I don't like to snack. I've never been a snack person.
Really?
Never.
Oh.
Never. Like, I've never been a snack person.
You have to have a full-on meal.
I do. And then I go overboard.
Oh my god. Well, because you're not snacking in between.
Yeah, because I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is like, I don't realize I'm hungry until I'm starving. You know? Like, for me, it's not like, oh, I can eat. It's kind of like, I don't notice it until I'm like, oh, I'm starving. Like, I need to eat right now. And then that's why I'm triggered, and I just eat until I can't fit anything anymore.
Oh my god, Kim.
I don't know if that's a problem.
Maybe.
It's probably super unhealthy.
Yeah.
Because even my sister was like, you don't eat breakfast? And I was like, no. She's like, that's really bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, that messes with like everything.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, because you're basically like, because if the last time I eat at night is like 6 or 7, then I'm going from like, let's say by the time we're done and everything, like 8 until 11 the next day.
Yeah. That's
So I'm going a very long time without eating. Yeah.
How do you function?
Barely. Maybe that's why I'm so tired all the time.
Probably
in the mornings.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Dude, I like how we started this episode saying like we're back, but we didn't like give them like a topic of what we're talking about. Like we just started randomly. You know what I mean? Like we had no like.
We've talked about like nothing.
Yeah, just random stuff.
But is that not just who we are?
Yeah. That's just us in general. Always talking about random stuff.
I know. I think because we're just like, we're kind of catching up. Because we also haven't seen each other throughout the whole break.
Yes.
I saw you
like
once
to drop off Ollie's
gifts, yeah.
Yeah, but we haven't had like a chance to talk.
Yeah. Talking about gifts, how was your Christmas?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I had Christmas Eve at my mom's. There was a shit ton of stuff there. And then Christmas Day morning with his mom. Because I think his siblings had to work in the afternoon. So she wanted us to be there in the morning to spend it all together. But it was nice.
Oh, that's nice.
You had COVID.
I had COVID. Yeah, Caesar luckily tested negative.
So he had the chance to be with his family.
Yeah, the Friday before, so the 23rd? Friday, he tested negative. I tested positive, and then I still tested positive on the 25th. But, so they had Christmas Eve at the house. Like, some of his family came over, and I just stayed in the room with Ollie.
Oh.
No, I think she went out there for a little bit. But I was like, I just stayed in the room. And then Christmas Day, I still tested positive, but it was like barely there. But because my brother came down from, he lives like up north, close to like San Francisco, San Jose area. So he came down here. And I didn't see them for Christmas Eve, and I like texted them and I told them, I was like, I'm still testing positive. But even the doctor said that after day 5, you're less contagious.
Yeah.
And I was on already like, I think like day 6 or something.
Oh, okay.
And I told them, I was like, I'm still testing positive. But if you guys want to come over still, like, I literally double masked it. Like I had 2 masks on. I was like, I'll stay like on one couch away from everybody. And they're like, yeah, we're cool with going. And they all wore masks too. And then we like, cause we did Secret Santa with just us. So like, we did that, and then Ollie hadn't opened her gifts because she was asleep by midnight. And then I wasn't going to be able to be out there with her, with his family.
Yeah.
So then
she opened
them on the 25th with my siblings there. But then we tested her in the morning on Christmas Day, and it was like, I think it was negative. And then, but she woke up, because she was having like a stuffy nose, but we were literally, I think that week we tested her maybe like 3 or 4 times, and she was negative the entire time. And then she woke up, and like as the day went on Christmas Day, she was sounding like she was getting sick. And then Caesar's like, do you think we should test her? And I was just like, I mean, I guess. And then we tested her, and it did come out positive, and it was already like the afternoon. And then I felt bad because I was just like, she obviously doesn't wear a mask. Like, she was just out there, because we tested her in the morning, and it came out negative. And then I told them, and they were kind of just like, oh, it's fine. Like, I think we're good. Right? Yeah. And then as soon as she tested positive, we like kept her in the room. And then so then she tested positive, and so that next week we were basically in quarantine again. For her, which is like,
did your siblings get sick? No.
Manny was sick, but because he got strep throat. So he was sick for like a whole nother reason. He had strep throat, which is why he didn't go to, because I think my siblings went to like my aunt's house from my dad's side of the family for like Christmas Eve and stuff, which I was bummed, because we usually do that where we go over there. And I haven't seen them since I've had Ollie, and we were supposed to go, like, we were supposed to do that like kind of early, and then come back and do family time with Caesar's family. But I wasn't able to go because I was the only one testing positive at that point.
That sucks.
And then and then it sucked because like Caesar's brother wanted to come over, and then he was just like, oh, well, maybe for New Year's, but Ollie was still testing positive. So then we did nothing for New Year's. I was asleep.
I figured. I texted you, and I'm like, I don't think she's awake.
No, I went to sleep normal time. Our normal time to go to sleep is 10, and I went to sleep. I think Caesar woke me up at midnight just to like give me a kiss, and that was it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cute.
Yeah, he was like playing video games, and he was like up, but me and Ollie knocked out at 10.
Dang. Yeah, I kind of figured you guys were sleeping.
Yeah,
I stayed up. We had to. I had family here.
Oh, so everybody did come here for New Year's?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
It was my tia from my dad's side. Well, my tío. And then my family, my parents, my siblings, and my cousin, which is Leah's madrina. She came over, and that was pretty much it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. But yeah, we spent it here. We struggled to find the countdown because we don't have cable.
Oh.
We have streaming services, and we couldn't find it anywhere. I think we ended up finding like some random live channel on YouTube.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, we were like struggling, and then my cousin was looking for it, and we were telling him like, dude, it's almost time, like where's the countdown?
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't find it.
That's funny.
But yeah, we spent it here. I'm surprised Leah stayed awake.
Oh, did she?
Well, she took a nap kind of late, like around 10, and I was like, okay, she's done for the night. But no, she woke up later, like at 11:30ish, and then she stayed up for like another hour.
Oh.
So she was there with us for New Year's.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But
it was tiring. It was exhausting.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't know. I don't think I'm fit to host events at my house. I don't know. It's just too much pressure.
Yeah.
Cause like you have to clean. You have to make sure everyone is comfortable. Again, like with the whole party thing, like you have to greet everyone. You have to make sure everyone's fed. You have to make sure everyone has something to drink.
Yeah.
You have to make sure everyone has a place to sit. And I'm just like,
And then you can just leave when you're done.
Yeah, like I have to be there.
Yeah. You have to be there the entire time.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that again.
It like sounds nice to like for your place to be the place where people hang out. Like it sounds nice, but like actually doing it is kind of like exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're left with all the cleaning afterwards.
Yeah, I didn't know how we were gonna do it with her because like obviously we're Mexican and Mexicans like to do Christmas Eve and then at midnight is when you open gifts, you know? And I was and before we got COVID, before we knew we were gonna be in quarantine and had no other choice, Caesar was like asking, he's like, why are we gonna keep her up? And I was like, I don't know. If she's awake, she's awake. If she's not, like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, because then you end up with a grumpy baby, and they don't want to open anything or do anything.
Because I'm like, at some point she's gonna be too tired, and she does get grumpy when she's tired.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we didn't open them until the next morning, which is fine. And then we still have, because his brother never went over, so like there's still gifts under the, like we still have the tree and everything, and there's still gifts because his brother, well, they're for his nephew. So there's all his nephew's gifts, and it's funny because like at this point Ollie's pretty like tempted. She's like, can I open a present?
Aww.
So they're just like all there, kind of just like in her face.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna come over tomorrow, and we're finally gonna like do
open
that.
Them.
Yeah. But it's just, it was just, I felt so bad because it was like his brother like doesn't really come around, and like this time he was very much like wanting to come, and we all had to go. Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
I know.
I was saying, it sucks that you guys ended the year in such.
Yeah, because I, like, luckily Ollie didn't have, like, she had a runny nose, and she had like kind of a cough at night, like only at night, but she was totally fine. Like we were just like, what if she gets a fever and like things like that, but she was completely fine the whole time. Caesar was pretty okay too. He never got a fever. He just had like a pretty bad cough, but he called and they prescribed him some pills, and they helped a lot. Me, on the other hand, because I'm pregnant, I couldn't take anything, and like I had like, I think like 2 days where I was getting fevers, and like they were like high fevers.
Really?
And then like I'm pretty sure there's just like, because there's so much like flu and like other things going around right now, that like the like call center and stuff is like super backed up. So I called because I had taken a Tylenol earlier in the day because I was having really bad headaches and like body aches. So I took a Tylenol, and then because I know they say there's like a certain milligrams that you're not supposed to go over when you're pregnant, and the only ones that we had were 500 milligrams. So I only took one, and then like when I started to get a fever, I wasn't sure if I could take another one. So then I called, I called the first time because I was like, I don't like, what can I do?
Yeah.
And she literally was like, oh no, it's good that you only took one because you're pregnant. We don't want you to go over I think it's like 650 milligrams or something like that. And then that was like earlier in the day, and then I started to get a fever, and at first I was kind of waiting it out to see like if it would just go down by itself, and it wasn't. And then I called, and I waited 2 hours for them to call me back. Well, because you know how you can call and then it like holds your place.
Oh, okay.
And then they call you back. And it had been, I think, like an hour and 45 minutes, and I was just like, my fever is just getting higher. So then I called back, and they're like, okay, like we'll get you someone. And it was still another like 20 minutes before they called me back. So in total, I waited 2 hours for them. And then in that time, I still like I messaged my doctor because I was like, hopefully there's an off chance that she'll like reply to me. And she did. She sent me like a whole thing of like recommendations, but it was literally the same thing. Like, oh, you can take Tylenol as like what it says on the bottle. And then that was it. That's all I could take. But I had like a really, really bad cough, and they're like, oh, we'll try to do like warm things, like do tea and like Halls and I was just like, that's it. Like, I can't take anything. And then they had told me that I could take Robitussin, which is like a cough medicine.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you can take Robitussin. And I was like, okay. And then his brother went to pick up the prescriptions for him. And in that, like, we asked if he could get me a Robitussin, but they only had Robitussin PM, which is the nighttime one.
Oh, okay.
And it makes you drowsy.
Yeah.
And so I held off on it, and I didn't take it till in the night. And it, like, helped a little bit, but my cough was still really, really bad. And I ended up waking up in the middle of the night, and like, my body was feeling the effects of the Robitussin, so my body felt like super, like, heavy, and like, but I was awake because of how bad my cough was.
Yeah.
So I felt really, like, just out of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, at some point, and then I was still getting a fever, and Caesar was kind of just, like, checking my temperature throughout the night and, like, keeping an eye on me.
Oh.
But it was just, like, because they kept telling me, oh, we'll just call back if, like, your symptoms worsen and this and that. But it was just, like, I did call back because my symptoms worsened.
Yeah, but they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, but she's just like, okay, we'll just keep an eye on them. And if they get, and I was just like, okay, so, like, what am I looking for? Because I was just like, my fever got up to 101. And I was like, at what point, like, should I go to the ER? Should I go to urgent care?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you can't go to urgent care because we're not taking COVID patients because you're pregnant. So we don't want any of the, like, we wouldn't want you to come into the OB pregnant with COVID because there's other pregnant people.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you would have to go to the ER. And I was like, okay, well, at what point do I go to the ER? And she's like, oh, well, if your symptoms worsen. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? Like, my symptoms are worsening. And she was just like, oh, well, your doctor, because I guess in the time that I was, like, on hold, my doctor replied to me. So the chick was just like, oh, well, your doctor sent, like, a really good list of, like, things you can go by. So she was no help to me at all. She's like, oh, you can just refer to what your doctor said. Yeah, but they were, like, really, like, no help whatsoever. And I get it because, like, they're busy and stuff. But I don't know. I'm pregnant. I need some reassurance.
Yeah, especially because you don't know what to do. Like, they should at least tell you, like, I don't know, like, Mexican remedies.
Yeah, something. But she was just like, well, your doctor sent a good, like, list of things you can do. And I was just like, okay, lady. I was just like, okay. And then that was basically it.
Wow.
So I kind of just had to suffer through COVID.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah. And I was, like, pissed because I was like, I'm pretty sure we got it from the concert we went to because we went to go see Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I saw.
And
how was that?
Oh my god, dude. It was so much fun.
Really?
It was, like, she's
Is
such
that the
a
first concert you've been to? That's hers?
Hers, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We went to the Harry Styles one the month before. In October. We went to the Harry Styles concert. And then we went to this one earlier in December. And it was so much fun. Like, she just, like, her visuals and just, like, her
energy.
Yeah, her music live is just so much better. It's so good. We had a ton of fun. But I could finally go out and do something fun, and I end up being quarantined for 2 weeks.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah.
But hey, at least you had fun.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun. I was just like, because who knows when I'm going to be able to do something like that again.
Especially now having 2.
Yeah. I'm like, at least I wasn't, I mean, I was obviously still pregnant, but I was like, I feel like I feel so much more pregnant now than I did, like, a few weeks ago. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything like that anytime soon. So it was fun.
Oh.
I mean, it was a way to go out,
Yeah.
yes. But, yeah. But it's so funny because it was me, Caesar, my brother Albert, his brother Brian, and his niece Shyla. And
all of you went?
we all went, and me and Caesar and Brian got COVID.
But not the other
But
two.
not Albert or Shyla.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're, what's that word?
Like their immune system's better.
I forgot the word. It's like in the tip of my tongue.
Immune? Asymptomatic?
Yes, that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what they
Well,
are.
the thing is that we thought we were just getting a cold because Shy had a cold. Like, she just had, like, a regular, like cough and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we were just like, oh, it's probably that, because we were all in a car together.
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh, it's probably just, like, a cold because it's just going around right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brian initially tested negative.
Mm-hmm.
And then Caesar just on Monday when we got home, because I started with a sore throat on Sunday, and then he did too. And then we're like, oh, it's probably just a cold. And then so we went to work on Monday, and then Brian was like, oh, I have like a sore throat too, but he took a COVID test and it was negative. So I was like, I doubt it's COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And then Caesar decided to just take one when we got home. And he comes into the room and he's like, you need to come out here and take a test because I came out positive. And I was just like, you're lying. And he's like, no. And he took a second test and it came out positive. And I was fuck. And then I took one and it came out negative.
Mm-hmm.
And then we like texted our manager at work and she's like, okay, well, obviously Caesar has to stay home. She's like, but Kim's good to come in tomorrow, just take a test in the morning and see. And so I took a test Tuesday morning and it came out positive on Tuesday morning.
Dang, that sucks.
And like we were wearing masks the entire time because Ollie tested negative, so we're like, okay, if we can avoid her getting it. I mean, I knew she was gonna get it because we were all in the same room.
Yeah.
But we like tried really, really hard, and then because she kept testing negative, we're like, maybe she won't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she ended up getting it, and I was just like, fuck.
Dang.
So then I did, and it sucked because like that week that we had it, I got it covered with like the COVID pay.
Mm-hmm.
But then the next week after that, I didn't get paid because I didn't have any sick or vacation hours. And then my COVID pay was like, I used it all up.
Dang.
And then Caesar, I think he went because I was like, it's better for me not to get paid than for you not to get paid because he makes more than I do.
Yeah.
So I was like, financially, it just makes more sense for me to stay home.
Mm-hmm.
So I did.
Dang.
And then I was like, you know what? I like being home. But
I know, me too. These past couple weeks.
it's just nice.
Excuse
It feels
me.
nice to stay home.
Yeah, and then just
now we
spend
go-
time with your little one. And it's just you two together. Like, no one else is there but
Yeah.
you two. It's spending that quality time with them.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I was glad that she didn't have a hard time going back to daycare. Because we told her the day before. We're like, okay, you're going to go to daycare tomorrow. You're going to go with her daycare teacher. I was like, you're going to go see your friends. And at first she was just like sad. And she said she didn't want to go. But she was okay the next morning. She was just a little sad, but she didn't like cry or anything.
Oh, that's good.
I was just like, don't worry, baby, I'm sad too. I was like, I don't want to go back to work.
Oh.
But then I like thought about it and I was like, damn, I really only have like 3.5 months left before I go on maternity leave.
Yeah.
Okay, well that was
Today's random
episode. We kind of just wanted to ease back in.
catch up with each other and with you guys. We tried doing a video. Unfortunately, it didn't go as planned.
It didn't.
We're gonna do more research and figure it out
Yeah.
so we can provide a video podcast for you guys as well.
Yes, that's our goal
Yes, for this year.
this year. Do video
Mm-hmm.
episodes.
Yeah, and we've been gone for 3 weeks and no oopsie.
I'm sure I had one, But with pregnancy brain, there's just no memory retention right now. I need to start
everything.
I need to start writing them down when they happen.
I know. That's what I was doing at first. I was writing them down. For this segment, since we don't have an oopsie, whenever we don't have an oopsie, we want to try this new thing.
Mm-hmm.
That way we have something funny towards the end to share. We're gonna play the
incoherent game.
Yeah, that game.
So if you guys don't know what it is, it's basically like
a bunch of gibberish.
And then there's actual like sayings, and we're trying to figure out what the actual saying is. But it's like,
it could be a sentence or just a word.
Yeah.
But it's like misspelled.
Yeah. And you kind of have to sound it out and like figure out what the actual saying is.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mile hip crease healed. Wait, you say it.
No, you're supposed to say it. I know what it is already.
Okay, but you're mile hip. But I want you to say it so I know if I'm saying it wrong.
That's the point of the game.
I thought you say it like you say what it's on the card, and then I have to figure it out, like unscramble it.
You have to read the card, and as you're sounding it out, it has to click in your brain like this is what that's saying.
Okay, I get you now. Mile hip.
I'll take a screenshot.
Crease healed. Mile hip crease healed. Mile hip crease. I don't know. Maybe this was a bad idea. Mile hip. See, I'm stuck with that third word because it's a C, the letter C as in cat, and a Z as zebra.
SARS.
Mile hip SARS healed.
Uh-huh.
Mile hip SARS healed.
Yes.
I feel like I'm saying it.
You're saying it. You're saying it. Mm-hmm.
I'm like trying to say it to myself.
I think this is the segment that should have been on video. You're saying it.
Mile hip SARS healed.
Just say it fast.
Mile hip SARS healed. Right? Mile hip SARS healed. I
don't focus too much on like the actual words that you're seeing.
What do they? Hip SARS healed.
Uh-huh.
Mile hip SARS healed. My hips are sealed.
Yeah, not.
Okay, I'm gonna pee myself.
I'm gonna start coughing. You're so close. I'm gonna pee.
My hips is right?
No, you're very close. I'm telling you, don't focus on the actual words that are there. What does it sound like?
I don't know. I give up.
You give up?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yeah, you're so close. Whisper it to yourself.
That's what I've been doing. My hips are sealed. It's not clicking.
No. You give up?
Yeah, I give up. My lips are sealed. Oh my god.
I told you were there. I was like, you got it. No, you didn't. Okay.
That was hilarious. You'll probably guess this one.
Pole Hair Road Calm Era. Pole Hair Road Calm Era. Pole. Pole. It's going dark. Pole Hair Road. Pole Hair Road Calm Era. Pole Hair Road Calm Era. Pole Hair Road Calmera. Pole Hair Road Calmera. Pole Hair Road Calmera. It's not making any sense in my brain.
It's not clicking.
No. Pole Hair Road Calmera. Pole Hair Road Calmera. Pole Hair. Pole Hair. Pole. Pole Hair Road Calm Era. Pole Hair Road Calm Era. I don't know.
Do you give up?
No. Pole Hair Road Calm Era. Pole Hair Road Calm Era. Pole Hair. Pole Hair. Pole Hair. Pole Hair. Pole Hair Road?
Oh, you're
Pole Hair Road?
No.
Oh.
Together.
Pole Hair Road. Pole Hair Road.
That's one word right there.
Boulevard?
No.
Pole Hair Road. Pole Hair Road. Pole.
Say it fast.
Pole Hair Road. Pole Hair Road. Pole Hair Road?
You almost got it. Like, it's there.
I'm trying to... What word does that sound like? Pole Hair Road. Pole Hair Road. Pole Hair Road? Pole Hair Road. Pole Hair Road.
You said it.
Pole Hair Road. Polaroid? Polaroid. Polaroid.
Yes.
Polaroid camera.
Yes. Look, you got it. You got it.
Oh, that's so funny.
That was fun. Okay, well, we hope you guys like this new segment.
I think it'll be a thing if we don't have an oopsie. We'll end it on this.
But yeah, we hope you guys liked this random episode. We're excited to be back. Mm-hmm. We're hoping again to do video.
Yes.
And yeah, we hope you guys do come back and listen.
Also, we have reached 1,000 total plays, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I saw that today. That's so cool.
Like, there was still people listening, like, to the
even
older
when we were
episodes
gone.
when we were gone. So thank you guys. That was really cool to see.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
I'm hoping our audience does grow.
Yeah,
and we hope we can provide good content as the further we go along with this.
And yeah, we still have our Instagram and the Google form. So if you guys want to submit anything you guys want to hear specifically, like topics or like questions, we're gonna answer and go over some that we got during our break
for the next episode.
So if you did send them while we're on break, don't worry, we are getting to them for sure. We promise. But yeah, so we're glad to be back. Thank you for allowing us
to take this
break
and being patient with us.
And hopefully you guys are all back for this one, and you know, all of them coming forward. But yeah, that's it for this episode. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Bye.